Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Renowned Explorers. So I did do a playthrough while I was editing all the recordings I did of this game. I had like over a terabyte of video to go through, so that was fun. So on my playthrough, I did Anna, Hatis, and Bia, and yeah, we rocked it. I think I got over 4,000 renown, which was pretty amazing. The other thing was I actually fought the ape with this particular group and did a lot better. But at the same time, I actually did worse on some of the encounters I had an easier time with the Amelia group. So yeah, obviously, if your group kind of decides the difficulty of things, go figure. Obviously, if you have a bunch of characters that have low defense, fighting things like the ape generally doesn't go that well. At the same time, if you go with a team that has high defense, I'll go a lot better, as well as groups that. But at the same time, those groups might do worse in situations that are more speech based. Anyway, so off screen I did that, and due to the fact that Bia wasn't unlocked yet, I have unlocked her. Her special ability is the Terra of Thessaloniki. Bia becomes stronger and get plus 10 campaign tokens when you defeat a boss aggressively. So that's pretty awesome. So the thing about Bia, one of the reasons I wanted to use Bia was because she has Tactician, because all my playthroughs so far I've usually had like, 0 Tactician. Her gimmick is she is a glass cannon fighter, but she has really good attack and speech, but really bad defenses. But she actually has pretty good armor, despite the fact they say bad defenses, because 27 armor is pretty better than what I usually have. Anywho, so yeah, her thing is a lot of her skills involve actually upgrading her attack, which is good. Excuse me. And she learns a move that has no attitude adjustment, known as unnoticeable attack. So you can actually use this and still use her physical trait and not influence the mood, which is rather useful because she's a physical attacker. One of the things that really sucks is when I'm trying to do a social encounter and can't actually use my physical attacks because obviously if I do that I become aggressive. Anyway, she also gets like a triple slash that can become a quad slash. It gets pretty crazy. So yeah, she's pretty awesome. Tactician tends to do some pretty interesting things. Like sometimes I'll get into encounters and Tactician will trigger and give me buffs at the start of the fight. So pretty cool stuff. Also, there's I also have a story card where I get 100 renown for every level of Tactician I have in my group. So I got that card early, held onto it until pretty much the end game, and then I cashed it in for like 700 renown. So that's a pretty easy way to get ahead. We're going to be taking Molly again. I didn't really get a good chance to use her because she wasn't part of the failing group. She gets 2 levels of Rogue. She has not as good defense, but she does have grit because she's a scout. And she gets that weird backstabbing move eventually. And then I wanted to get at least one character that had some decent speech defense, because obviously these two don't have any. So I was going to go ahead and go with Hildegard Haas. And she has Diplomat and Naturalist. And her thing is... yeah, she's not very good with Aggressive, but she's a bit better with Try to Terrify and Impress. Terrify and Try to Terrify. Try to Terrify is kind of like a weaker form, unfortunately. But she does get some interesting good healing abilities and some regeneration things, which are pretty neat. So I was going to go ahead and give her a shot and see how things go. My biggest concern, of course, is that Bia is kind of a glass cannon when it comes to speech stuff. And if she falls in combat, that can be pretty ugly. Because obviously losing your leader gives you mass debuffs. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and read their things right now real quick. Bia Hecaton fought for Greek independence from a young age. Now she's a terrifying mercenary. Molly Jones, on her very first day at the Society, Molly was suspended for a week after accidentally using a very vulgar word describing Mr. Pinkerton's receding hairline. And then Hildegard Haas. How did this adorable Austrian magician get here? This expedition isn't safe for children. So I'm going to be trying to go aggressive, and I'm going to try to go for some... obviously, the plus 10 campaign makes me probably want to lean towards getting status rather than research this time around. So far, I've beaten the game 3 times, 2 off-screen, 1 on-screen. Out of those 3 times, twice it was with research, once with status, as like kind of my primary gain. And I've so far done it with 2 friendlies and one aggressive, essentially. Well, I did one. I've done one of each. I think I've done devious, friendly, and aggressive. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. There we go. Let's go stab some feet. Alright, it's Viking ship again, so we'll just keep doing our usual thing. Alright, so down here we can do Wits Challenge, but it's Tactician, Beguiler, and Quick Thinker, so I fully expect the worst there. There are supplies over there, so that's good. I'm going to go for the encounter first. Some cuddly sheep are fond of your crew and keep surrounding you. It makes it hard to move and you have to do something. Engage! Favors friendly, which is okay at this point. Because all we have to do, for her special ability, we just have to beat the boss with aggression. Which I'll probably be willing to do. And I actually should have used a different move, my bad. I think I've already screwed up my attempts to, She has a really cool, impress. It's not like a flirt like other moves. Alright. Well, we do have speech defense. The bad part is I kind of opened aggressive because that was just my default. Especially since my last playthrough was pretty much all aggression. And these sheep only have like a few HP, so... Alright. Alright. Fumbled. Alright, cool. We're back up to friendly, which is good. I did run into a lot of interesting encounters through my other playthrough. I actually got a curse in one of them, where it literally was like making the swamp try to eat me as I explored, so a lot of my encounters end up being, there was something here, but the swamp ate it, and now you lose stuff. I also did the that one guy that you had to massage or whatever. I actually screwed that up, screwed up the encounter, where I did the worst possible result for the committee or whatever it was, and they ended up saying, no, you're not gonna go and see this guy, and so I ended up getting a lesser reward. Anyway, 3 encounter tokens and get some friendly expedition stuff out of it. Now, if you can stick with one particular way of fighting, that will actually help you because you'll get the stats that help you with that particular way of fighting, and it'll stack throughout the expedition. Anyway, you're a true friend of animals. The sheep follow you, but Bia teaches them not to get in the way. Bia even gives the cutest sheep a name, Wooly Molly. Okay, so that's been taken care of. So, actually, I'm going to go down and get status first, then I'll go around this way. Alright, the crew encounters a group of locals with fake... Okay, yeah, this is the Viking history thing. There we go, 3 campaign, awesome. That was worthwhile. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this thing here. We're probably gonna fail it. The Viking Jarl thing. Okay. We don't have any Beguile, but we do have Speech Power and Speaker. Now, something else to note is you generally want some variety in your group because it's not just your there's the base chance, there's your class that affects the result. So for example, this favors speakers. And then it's also based off stats. So people that have high speech power would do better here. So even though I don't have Beguiler, I could still get some benefits from all the stat increases I have. So a lot of my runs, I didn't have really high armor or defenses, and that influences a lot of my a number of events. I think the only stat that's not affected the only stat that doesn't affect challenges is movement. Everything else I think is good to go. Anyway, well, 60% chance if we fail it, that's fine. I expect to fail. Oh, got it. Hildegard seems to be an accomplished actor. No lines were fumbled, and the part of the Viking chieftain is portrayed with conviction. It also gives Hildegard a boost to speech for this exposition. And the crew leaves a bedazzled crowd who are now clamoring for your autographs. Good. Alright. A lot of campaign tokens. That's great. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some food. Oh, I should have leveled up first. Well, 3 supply. Perfect. And we get that. Okay. So let's level up. So I can either get Diplomat Etiquette or go for Classical Physics. I think I'm going to go Etiquette. Because I definitely want Speech Defense and Speech Power. It's either that or make her full tank. Also we get access to Cheer, which has a range of 2 tiles, and it's pretty good for healing. It also gives Positive, which is good. The only thing I think is kind of bad is this character is going to be for healing, and putting Impressed on people is actually a debuff. Anyway, Optics or Diplomat. I usually don't get very many Diplomat things, so I think I'll go Diplomat Etiquette. It'll at least be something new. Alright, so that's all been taken care of. We can camp, so let's go ahead and do that. Renown Researchers, 150 renown for each completed research tree when played. The Master Thief, which is choose 1 level 3 rogue to get +4 collect on rogue spends. There's the Resolve one. But then there's actually her character card. 1 crew member answers Hildegard's cry for help. Choose 1 crew member, not Hildegard, to gain +1 campaign and +2 study on Beguiler, Quick Thinking, and Tactician spends. Okay. What do we have? We have Rogue, Diplomat, and obviously a Tactician. So, okay. Let's try this one out. So I have to pick a crew member, and the only person that has Tactician is Bia. And I can't pick herself, because, yeah. So yeah, I'll go on Bia. Now for the first time since you arrived in the Icelandic Isles, Bia finds a scared Hildegard. This time, Hildegard is afraid that the ghost of Leif Erikson is out to get her. Bia takes pity on her and goes to comfort her. There, we'll protect you. Hildegard rushes into Bia's arm. She immediately feels safe, but a young lady can't go exploring with a paper tiger heart like that. Bia will mentor Hildegard to be more courageous and see through the dangers. But will Bia succeed in helping the young Austrian to become more mature? And there you go. So from now on, she will get bonuses for Tactician, Wits, and Beguile spends. Let's take a quick look at that again. I think it's if you have to succeed on the spend, I'm pretty sure, so. Alright, well we restocked on food, so that's good. Sometimes you're just lucky. Molly was getting pretty bored as Bia was planning the next step and started picking up pebbles to skim on the lake. By chance, Molly's 5th pebble was actually an old Viking coin. A small sack of coins was lying nearby. Alright, there's something odd there, which would be interesting to look at. Alright, I want to go down and then around. Crew comes across some local Icelandic aldermen. Okay, yeah, we've seen this before. You part ways, but not before Bia manages to insult Iceland, the harsh weather, the small towns, and how can someone live somewhere where the sun only shines 3 hours a day? No, Bia knows that Greece is superior. It takes some apologizing for Hildegard to ease the tension. So yeah, Bia is quite a character. There's a chance we can get some treasure there. So I was going to go for the something odd, but I might end up going this way first. The crew finds some true Viking architecture, a turf house, due to the lack of wood here, and as it provides better insulation, Vikings built houses covered in earth. This house must hold historical trinkets. You hear a lot of noise coming from it. The big turf house is the clubhouse of the Viking Committee, a group that tries to preserve Viking history. They are having a good time with each other, but ignore you. Maybe it's because you don't look Viking enough. These guys probably have some interesting trinkets at their possession. Bia ponders how you can get the best. So we do have 2 ranks in diplomats. This ensured that we succeeded. 70, yeah, pretty much did. It would have been 90% if we didn't get that 2nd rank. We would get a new Viking member and some bonuses. So yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. Alright. Great success. Hildegard is accepted into the Viking Committee. You learn a lot about the Vikings as well. When the time is right, Hildegard explains your cause and asks if the committee has some treasures for you. The chairman responds, "Of course, you're one of our Viking friends. What are you looking for?" "I'll try to find the best I can give." A Viking war artifact? A rune stone? Something typically Viking. I wouldn't mind a Viking war artifact, because I do want to go towards aggression. Got it. I'll go through our Viking collection and see if we've got something for you. He leaves for a few minutes and returns with something. This is the best I could find. I hope it helps. You receive? Alright, there's a high chance we can get a Viking helmet. Got the Viking helmet. We can get 1 secret or 3 campaign and 3 study. I want the secret. Was it a good choice? Yes. We didn't get as much research, but we definitely got more status. Alright, that is a good find. Fine treasure to take home. You continue to party with the Viking Committee a little. Molly even impresses with some party tricks. When the party ends, you continue exploring. So 2 more campaign there. Alright. We only have 3 food left, so we'll just have to circle around this way. While scouting the area, a goofy-looking man comes running up to you. Are you by any chance renowned explorers? You see, I'm kind of a big deal here, and I would love to travel with them. Oh, sorry. You see, I'm kind of a big deal here, and I would love to travel with them and be part of their entourage, you know, to see the world. Why, yes, we are the renowned explorers, and we could surely use you on board. The man is very happy. I can't wait. I'll promise to make your campaigns more effective. He rushes to... There's a lot of typos. He rushes to the airship, a strange figure, but you're sure he'll come in useful. So we get a lobbyist and 1 campaign. For those who don't remember, lobbyists give additional 1 to 2 status per campaign token. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and head down here, see what's going to happen. Alright. You find a local merchant who wants to trade indigenous trinkets with you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. We'll go ahead and attempt it. 92%, because we have diplomat. Failed. Oh my god. You just want it. This game just wants to tease me. Alright, so we get a campaign and collect another campaign. Great. Alright, and that's pretty much it. I could try to do some moves and attacks and stuff, but I really don't want to be debuffed. Oh, by the way, I do have the Likes Bia buff on Hilda, and so she gets plus 10% speech power. I mean, I really, really want to get some level ups, to be honest, but that would require starving twice. Is it worth starving twice? Fine, we'll starve once. 1 campaign, 1 study. Bia loses armor. Okay, that's bad. 40 armor lost. Okay, we're done. Alright, onwards. Once again, this stuff. Alright, good. We got Tommy. That means we need to solve this with aggression, and we definitely want to solve this with aggression so we can get 10 campaign tokens. We're also built for aggression, so it should go well for us. Yep, if we complete this, we get all of these tokens. Alright, so once again we need to take out the fodder first. Unfortunately, only one of our characters hit level 2, so we don't have backstab or any of that fancy stuff yet. Bia didn't really need to level up, so I think I'm okay with that. Everything else, on the other hand, we'll need to be a little bit careful about. Alright, so what we're going to do is fall back to there. There you go, make it hostile. Okay. And now we'll just fall back. No, actually, don't fall back. Buff each other up. Would have been better to buff Bia, but that's okay. Alright, 3 to go. Gotta be careful about the melee, because obviously Bia is super vulnerable to melee. Her one benefit was her high armor, and now she lost that. So 18... it would do about 19 to 20 damage, depending on... do some wonders. Alright, well... I can debuff him, actually. That is an option. So let's do that. I'll take him down to there. I wouldn't be able to do enough damage. That might come close. So that's about 3 bars worth of damage. This is going to do about 2.5 bars of damage, and right now he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's too risky. So we'll just take out the forces here, and we'll end it next round. I debuffed his attack, so we should be okay. Really good speech damage. Alright, and we'll end it with her. Alright, cool. We ended it with aggression, so we get 10 tokens from that. Along with, you know, encounter tokens. Tommy is pretty impressed, blah blah blah. 2 campaign, attack increases permanently by 1, and a treasure map. So we get to go and do this again. We want the sword, so I'm going to go for a treasure is buried deep underground, far away from here. Okay, let's do it. Got the sword. Alright. So we can get plus 20 to 25 status from each secret, which is actually a pretty significant boost, but I really want to focus on the encounter stuff. So gain extra money or encounters. I'd rather get extra encounters, because those can become status and gold. So as long as we resolve an encounter with aggression, we'll be in good shape. Okay. Good stuff. Alright. Not the strongest of starts, but we did get a lot of status. Alright, got our level ups. We are going to stack Rogue. And in your case, definitely stack Tactics. It's so useful. Anyway, Molly got Flank and Shank, which we know about. It debuffs armor, which is pretty good. It's also stronger than her base attack. In the case of Unnoticeable Attack, it's the same base strength, but it doesn't increase aggro, and it doesn't change attitudes. So that's pretty useful. We're actually going to start with Unlock History. What this will do is, unlocking this will make it so upgrading Entourage Halls is 40% less, which is rather useful to us. So, go ahead and grab that. We are unfortunately one short of getting anything else at this point. We could get ourselves additional insight, which is probably something I want, but we'll see in a second. So first things first, we want to go to our Entourage. We want to get an extra campaign if you resolve an encounter aggressively. So that's taken care of, then we'll upgrade. And next, we want what do we want? I wouldn't mind getting Wits on Bia here, because obviously she will get bonuses. Let's go back to that card. +1 campaign and study, +2 study when doing Beguile, Quick Thinker, and Tactician spins. So yeah, we want to get some Quick Thinker on her to make the most of it. So yeah. So we'll go ahead and get Champion Vasilisa. We're probably never going to get level 4 Quick Thinker, but you never know. Russian wrestling champion Vasilisa, known to be naturally slippery, wants to teach one of you Quick Thinker, Escape Artist, or Quick Thinker Reflexes. Who will learn this perk? Bia will learn a Quick Thinker perk, and she's going to learn Reflexes. There we go. We're going to go ahead and upgrade. And at this point, let's see what options we have. Excuse me. I think I want to go ahead and Yeah, we don't have any science people, which kinda sucks. So what I'm thinking is we'll go ahead and do this once. There you go. Actually, I did the wrong thing. My bad. Oops. There you go. That's what we wanted to do. So we can go ahead and get a lobbyist and 5 campaign tokens. So we kind of wasted that one of our insights, which kind of sucks. We need 25 research. We do have 2 insight left, so I might as well use it. There we go. And then we can use that to get another insight, which we can go ahead and devote to whatever. But let's go ahead and get ourselves BG Hunter. This will get us additional collect when we solve things aggressively. And then we'll go ahead and upgrade one more time. And we need 250 to get any of these characters here. So we'll see how that goes. Probably not going to get it this time, but that's fine. We can get Journalist. That'll give us some additional status. I'm not sure if helpers are that worthwhile in a lot of cases. Like in the case of a lobbyist, it would take anywhere from 60 to 120 campaign tokens to pay back the cost of a lobbyist. So, I mean, the reason you would get this anyway, despite the fact that it wouldn't really pay for itself, is the fact that it's just going to generate more income so you can get more renown. And that's pretty much the gist of it. So I think I might just hold on to the points we have and just leave it be. Alright, with that said and done, let's take a look at what we can get with what little money we have. We have enough to get one of these fancy little items. And I think I'm going to go ahead and get the monkey wrench. The question is who should get it? It would honestly go best with Hildegard. So either that or I go ahead and just get a compass to get survivalist. I might get the survivalist just so we can have some variety. So survivalist navigation. I'll give her some resistance to enraged effects, which is better than nothing. Alright, and that is pretty much the gist of it. We're only going to have 9 supply, which is unfortunate. There's not much we can do about it. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, as for where we're going to go to next, we're probably going to go to the Caribbean Islands, because that favors aggression. And we'll see how things go from there. We definitely don't want to mess with the hyenas. Definitely don't want to mess with that. So yeah, we'll probably go for Caribbean Islands. It's the safest for us. So, I'll go ahead and call this a video. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this was, what do you call it? Oh, Renowned Explorers. See you guys next time.